This is the second video that I am making for our two-story home edition, and in this video I will be talking about all of the upgrades that might be necessary and the fact that you will need to figure out whether or not your current supply systems for the electrical, gas, heating and air conditioning, water heater, and plumbing, waste and supply lines will be sufficient to carry all of the new loads. And of course, this should be done before you submit your plans to the building department, because the last thing you want to have happen to you is have an incompetent building department official hand you back a set of building plans with an approved stamp on it, only to find out after you're halfway through the project that the electrical, gas, and water meters need to be upgraded along with all the plumbing pipes, and now that's going to cost you another $200,000 billion. So the first thing on the list, let's not leave everything up to the building department, building designer, or structural engineer, because they're not going to see everything. And if you have the ability to use three-dimensional drawings like I'm providing here, then you're probably going to be able to see all of the obstacles that are going to be in your way and do something about it before you even start building. Now, even though I don't have all of the plumbing or electrical drawn in here, I would like to provide you with a few of the problems I ran into and a few of the things that worked out for me. And the number one thing was the fact that I didn't need to change out the electrical panel or the water meter or the gas meter. So I kind of lucked out here. Plus the fact that the gas line came up the wall into the trusses and then shot over to the FAU. And since it didn't go to the kitchen, all it needed to pick up was the water heater and the forced air unit. And then all of the electrical lines ran up and then hugged the wall here and then hugged the wall over here and then ran into the house. And since those lines were below the ceiling, it worked out even better for me. So the only thing I had to deal with was the gas line that was running into the roof trusses. And it wasn't too difficult for me to change that out and have it run into the floor and then notch the top of the joist and then run it into the house. And since the water supply and drainage was over here, I was able to connect the toilet and the shower line over here. I was able to connect the toilet and the shower line over here, and then the rest of the plumbing for the bathroom over here ran into a 3-inch pipe down into the wall and then connected to the 4-inch drain line. And of course, running the water supply lines usually isn't going to be a problem because they can be manipulated around a variety of different objects quite easily. However, I did need to move the existing cleanout line from here to here, and the water shutoff line that was over here, I had to move that from here to here also. However, the forced air heating and air conditioning unit did need to be replaced and upgraded. And of course that cost a small fortune, but since I actually planned out most of the project, I didn't have to worry about it because I had that expense in the budget. Now pay attention, because for those of you who didn't quite understand the purpose of this video, it all comes down to planning, and that planning is going to be your responsibility, not the architect, engineer, or local building and safety department. Because the truth is, they are not going to care as much about your project as you are. And if you're at all concerned with a construction budget and don't want to go over that budget, then you better make sure that you have everything covered and that you are not missing anything. Otherwise, your project could come to a halt if you don't have any extra money to pay for any items you missed before you got started on your project.